Hello, everybody. It is Sunday evening. So good to have you with us. What have you been up to today? Whether you've managed to get any time outside at all today, whether you've been battening down the hatches because of the weather, whether you have been trying to make things ready, supporting other people, whatever you have been doing over this weekend and over the week since we were together last, this is your time to come together with Spirit World and with our amazing family, our amazing online community, to come and spend some time with Spirit for 45 minutes or so. And this is your opportunity to listen to some amazing speakers and mediums that we have with us every Sunday. And this Sunday, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome back the lovely Bev Mann to us. Hi, how are you doing, Bev?
Hello, Ashley. I'm great, thank you. How are you? I feel like I haven't been away, really.
I'm doing really well, thank you. Yeah, really, really well. So for everybody who's here with us, thank you so much for the people that come every Sunday, that have been here since the start of lockdown. And here we are in where we are in the world, where we are right now, wherever you find yourself, wherever you are, whatever is going on for you right now, we are here all together, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here to continue to support you, because I know just how important that is, and the many messages we get from people who have discovered us the first time during the lockdown, the people that have been with us since before we went into lockdown, and everyone who joins us. If it's your first time here this week, you're so welcome here. We're going to continue to be with you through the weeks and months ahead, and going through into the winter. So we're not going anywhere. You are welcome here. So to everybody who's joining, amazing, so many people on, really lovely to have you with us. Hello to Paula, Linda Marie, Mary, Jan, Jeanette, Jennifer, Susan, Yolandi, Tracy, Maxine, to everybody who's here, you're so welcome. Okay, we're going to start our service the way that we always start our service, which is to create some sacred space together, to go through something which is highly symbolic about just bringing the light, sharing the light. So if you have your candle, we're going to create that sacred space together. If we were together in a church, we would light the candle to signify the start of the service, but we're going to light our candles together. So as you light your candle, just have a think about what the light from that candle symbolizes. Think about starting this sacred space together, sending the light out, just visualizing all of the different lights in all of the different houses of everyone watching this service, all lighting together. Okay. Wonderful, thank you. Oh, thank you, Bev. Wonderful. Okay, I'm now going to hand over to the lovely Bev, who's going to open our service with an opening prayer. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Ashley. So if you just take a moment to just breathe, because I know we've all had such a busy time preparing ourselves for the days to come. So just calming ourselves now, and feet firmly on the ground, and just taking yourself to your breath as we prepare ourselves to invite the spirit world to join us in this beautiful Sunday service. Dear Spirit, Mother, Father, God, thank you for bringing us into the beautiful light of this wonderful online centre. We ask that my guides work through me to help bring comfort, joy, and upliftment to all those in need right now, to put a light and a blessing upon everyone's head here, and to bring that ray of hope to all of us, to share truth and knowledge, and to support each other in the days to come. We ask that you can continue to love, protect, and honour each and every one of us here in the light. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Now, friends, we're going to join together if you wish to say the Lord's Prayer together. And so we say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Now, this is the part of the service that we dedicate to absent healing. And absent healing is something that we can all do. We all have the ability to do that. And so what I would invite you to do is to just go to that still, quiet place within, that place where you talk to your loved ones in spirit, your family, your friends, your guides, your helpers, your guardian angels, and everyone that surrounds you from the spirit world. And where you create that moment in time to send out your loving thoughts to people that you know who need upliftment and support at this time, and also the people that you may not know, and the people all around the world who are in need at this time. And also, don't forget Mother Earth. And so, friends, if I'd invite you to close your eyes as I say the healing prayer, and then I'll play some music for us to send our thoughts out. And so we say, may I be at ease in my body, feeling the ground beneath my seat and my feet. May I be attentive and gentle towards my own discomfort. May I be attentive and grateful for my own joy and well-being. May I move towards others with openness and compassion. May I receive sympathy and understanding. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. And may all beings find peace and ease. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bev. And now I'd like to hand over to you, if I may, for the reading that you've chosen for us. Oops.
I see lots of people coming on here, so hello to everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening. I just went into my space today just to, because I always wait until the day. I'm not one that prepares way in advance. I allow Spirit to join me during the day and just to see what they would like to channel through me. And but I was very well aware, as Ashley and I were speaking about just before we came on, the impending lockdown, especially if you're in the UK. I know some of you all over the world, and you may well already be in it. And so I wanted to dedicate a little bit of time to look into ourselves and our own being and the substance of who we are, and to acknowledge the beauty within each and every light here that's joining us this evening. And so I started to write a few words as my puppy was trying to bite my little fingers, and then it was kind of like just flowing from me, and I took myself to my books thinking, well, I need to do this reading, and I picked up a book that was written by a friend of mine, this wonderful lady called Heather Marlowe, and she used to come to my circle, and she's a great trance medium. And in actual fact, I've just looked at the title of the book, and it's called A Gift of Hope. and it's daily words from the silence. So I would really highly recommend this book by Heather, because they're all channeled words. And so obviously I turned to the date. I don't know if you can see. And I turned to the date, and both inspired me greatly. So I wasn't going to choose, because I'm not one of these good at choosing. And I'm going to read both of them, the 31st of October being yesterday, and the 1st of November. Now remember, these are words channeled from the spirit world during a trance session. And it perfectly will resonate with what Spirit gave me today on the right date. Know who you are, then you can face the world and all that it has to offer. By being your true self, you will be strong enough to face all of life's complexities that may be directed towards you. It is only by sifting through many layers that self can come through. By not being interested in labels placed upon you by others or thoughts that you feel you should follow, you will be able to know what is in your heart and that which is true. Then a pathway will be formed, allowing you to walk slowly along its glorious length, surrounded by the light of love, having inner peace and harmony of being. It is how you face your disappointments that is the key to happiness. For in each life there are times of hardship. This is inevitable. For how else will you grow and understand the meaning of your life? Therefore, know this to be true. Where there is joy, there is also sorrow. Where there is light, there is also darkness. Yet where there is love, all can be smoothed and comforted. So go forward with love in your being. Allow love to filter through and then overflow to you, thereby silently helping others. Blessings to all. So I just felt that that was really very poignant, and as I can show you the date, 1st of November, and that's the intelligence of spirit, that and I still, being me, I glanced through all of these and other books I have, Benedictus and whatever, but this channeled by spirit seems to be completely on point today and this week, and I just wanted to inspire people. I know that there are many people who are concerned and are worried over this impending time. Many of us live alone. I, for myself, live alone. And, we can be surrounded by many, many people. We can be in big families and still feel alone. So I'm not taking that away from anybody. We all cope with this feeling of isolation in a different way. And everybody is unique, and not everyone will understand your pathway and your innermost feelings, because at the end of the day, no one walks in your shoes. So what I wanted to say to you today is, have you ever realized how strong you are? Have you ever considered what you have achieved and what adversities that you have faced in your life, particularly in 2020, but in every single year, month, week, day, moment of your life? Because we all face it, and many of you here are what we class as light workers, and we do get some very tough lessons. But wow, how amazing are you? How amazing that you have survived up to this moment. You have not allowed anything to get you down. So a few days, weeks, or a month of going inside of yourself, how beautiful can that be? How amazing can that experience be? I'm actually welcoming it. I'm not saying that I don't have any trepidation about it, but I am welcoming it because I know that in the last lockdown in March to whenever it ended, I think it was June or whatever it was, I really grew. Boy, did I grow. And I am so grateful for every moment that I spent by myself and considered, wow, how strong am I? And I had many times where I cried, and I'm not one of these mediums that will say, oh, everything in the garden's rosy, and isn't it a beautiful day, and the birds are singing. I will say it like it is. And I had some bad times, bad moments. But like I was speaking on Friday, when I was in the spiritual circle, and Ashley asked me, what keeps me going? What keeps me going is gratitude for what I have, gratitude for the space that I have created. And sometimes I look around at my space, and it could be the smallest thing. It could be a little thing like a crystal. I'm grateful for this crystal. And I try and remember the memory of when I bought this crystal and how grateful that brought me to that crystal that's sitting on my desk here and is sharing in the energy of this evening's. So you're all pretty awesome. You're all amazing. And we have to face the fact that now the only way out is in. And that is one of my expressions lately. The only way out is in. And the only person that can really heal you is yourself, because we have to take responsibility for our own lives. So what I want to ask you, I'm going to be asking you a few questions today that I feel was channeled from the spirit world. And one of the things is, do you really know yourself? Like, for example, when you look in the mirror and you reflect on your innermost thoughts. So we're always in our innermost thoughts. But when we're actually looking in the mirror, is that the person that you're speaking to? Like what we're thinking and then what we're seeing? Because sometimes we see ourselves as ugly or fat or this, that, and the other. I've got all those things. And then what are we reflecting? And then what are we reflecting out to the outside world? Because we are our thoughts. And so whatever we think is what we're putting out there into the universe. And I'm very big, I'm a great advocate of the law of attraction. So do you feel yourself? And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Do you actually feel who you are? Besides know who you are, do you feel who you are? And who you were and what you have become and what you may become or what you choose to become, because again, we choose to become what we think. So these are really very much things that we need to look at. Who are you? What are you? What adversities have you got through to get to where you are now? Because I don't believe that we give ourselves a big enough pat on the back. And I'd also just invite you to consider along your journey, your highs and your lows. So just for the moment, let's look at the highs of your life. Just take a moment and stop, maybe close your eyes and think of the high in your life. Maybe it was a partnership, a marriage, giving birth, a certification, whatever it was. Just remember how that made you feel, because those good things are amazing to propel yourself forward and to just keep looking at the highs in your life to keep you going. And just reflect on those. Weren't they amazing moments? Didn't they make you smile? And didn't they make you laugh? And perhaps even cry with tears of joy? They're precious. No one can take those precious moments away from you. And as that passage that I read before said, you cannot have light without dark, because without the dark you can't see the light reflect. So consider your lows. we have to, in order to self-heal and to understand our journey, we need to look at that too. So when we look at our lows, how do they make you feel? It may be painful to close your eyes this time now and to reflect on them. But you know what? We all have scars, each and every one of us. And sometimes they do get picked upon by ourselves or other people with trigger points. But we have to accept our scars and our warts and all, as they say. So reflect on them. And within that reflection, this time look at it like, how did I manage to get through that? Wow, aren't I amazing? You know, I did that. Because let's face it, no one else really helps you. You can only help yourself, really. You can only pick yourself up and dust yourself down. So after you've self-examined yourself, stop and consider again. Do you like you? Do you actually like you? So for example, if you were to meet yourself in the street, you're a reflection of you, would you change anything about you? And I'm not just talking about physically, I'm talking emotionally, spiritually, mentally, you know, the people that are in your life. What would you change anything? And also consider, how can I become a better person? How can I improve on who I am now? So if you met yourself in the street and you're a complete stranger, and you can do this even by looking in the mirror. Well, how do I affect other people? How does my energy affect other people? And not just myself, but what I'm projecting out into the world. Do you really need to change yourself? That's the point. That's the question. We are all adequate and good enough. We need to value our own self-worth, warts and all. Because nobody is perfect. There are plenty of people out there who profess to be perfect, to live a perfect life. But we're here having, as a spiritual being in a human existence, and we chose to come here for that reason, to have that human expression, to go through these emotional highs and lows so we can experience what it's like. And I do believe that we choose the life that we're in and the journey we have. And I was talking about this on one of my workshops recently, You, the Evolving Soul, and that subject came up. And I said that I believe that we choose the life that we're in. And someone basically said to me within that workshop, but that's not the life I want. That's not the life I signed up for. And that was really a difficult one, because this was a mother who had someone disabled in her family. I'm not going to go into details. But she said, I didn't wish that. I don't want to have this. Why would I have chosen it? She queried it. She questioned it on me. And my answer to her was, because, you know, obviously, you know, you're thinking on your feet, and I'm linking in with the spirit world. And as I'm going to say, it was her child. And I said, perhaps your child chose you because what an awesome mum you are. Maybe that you were selected and you accepted that challenge to be the mother of that child, to give the love and the comfort and everything that he needed to sustain his life, because at the end of the day, it's not all about ours. And sometimes that's a really hard pill for people to follow, but I felt inspired through me to give that answer, because ordinary Bev would not know what to answer that question. I do believe that we choose the life experiences for our soul's progression to enhance our soul. So cut yourself some slack. You're here for a reason, and you've matched the challenge. You're here to go through 2020. You're here to go through lockdown, whether you like it or not. You're here to go on the spiritual merry-go-round of your life. You're ready to look at yourself. Wow, you must be a really highly evolved soul to be sitting here on Ashley's lovely Church of Light program here. Because you signed up for this. And you're doing a perfect job, even though you might not think you are. So, what have you learned about yourself? And what have you learned about other people? And what have you learned about human nature? Because that's what you came here to learn. What do you see in others? Maybe the other people that you don't like is maybe a reflection of what you don't like about yourself. How can you improve that? I look at every single thing. If something niggles me, I stop myself now and I question, why does that niggle me? Is it because maybe they had the confidence to do something that I don't? Or maybe they're doing something that I want to do? Stop and consider why these challenges are facing you, and then try and work through them, because they are the best way forward. And would you really like to be like someone else when you've got the beauty of your own unique light? Consider that. There's no one like you. And why would you want to be like anyone else? So we have engaged in a contract, our soul's progression, a contract of many twists and turns in life. And amazing, you've done it so far. You've got through where you are. And you are exactly where you're meant to be in this lifetime. Where you are now is where you're supposed to be. Whether you feel happy or sad, whether you feel rich or poor, however you feel, you're only as rich as you are in your heart. Remember that. You are only as rich as you are in your heart and in your soul. So embrace yourself. And when I say embrace yourself, I don't just mean spiritually or mentally or physically or emotionally. I mean it in every sense. Because we all take that time to hug other people. But what about yourselves? Do you not consider that you deserve that wonderful spiritual hug you've got so far, and you're going to get through the rest of it? In these difficult and challenging times that we're facing, and it's only as difficult and challenging as you're prepared to make them in your mind, the mirror of your mind, because that's what it is. When we switch on the news, that's what we're led to believe, that it's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible. We're not going to have any pubs and restaurants open, and we're not going to be able to speak to ourselves. But speak to other people, but we can speak to ourselves. We've still got FaceTime, we've got Skype, we've got everything else. But why are we running away from ourselves when we can go in and we can talk to the spirit world and allow them to channel through us? And I often invite people in my own circle to actually ask their guides and helpers, why did the spirit world choose you? Because everyone's got a guide, whether you're a medium or you're not. Every single person comes into this lifetime with a guide. They come with us when we're born. They take the journey with us. They experience our experiences, and they come and take us home for that review and stay with us. And maybe we might choose to come back. I won't go into that. But they love you, and they chose you to be their channel. They chose you to be their light. They chose you to be the voice of the unseen world. As I say, whether you're a medium like myself and Ashley or not, every single person, when they speak, they are channeling words, and words have such strong effects on others. Words, deeds and actions, but particularly words. We all know about personal responsibility, so I don't need to go on to that. But this week, I want everyone to let go of fear. I want you to let go of anxiety. I want you to let go of self-loathing. I want you to let go of worry or concern, especially if you're on your own, or you may be locked out with someone you don't really That's okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter because you've got you, and you've only ever had you. Even your mums and dads and your closest, you're still only dependent on you. And just remember what you have got through, you know, and you're so strong and you're also amazing. So I'm going to invite you now to go on and give yourself that spiritual hug. Come on, everyone. Let's go and give ourselves a cuddle. Come on, Ashley. Give yourself a cuddle. Feel it, embrace it, close your eyes. And just feel your own healing hands, because we reach out and we touch others with our hands. We're all born healers. Why don't you give it to yourself? Give that love back, because that love is unconditional and it comes from you, and everything comes from you. It starts with you and it ends with you. It's our own responsibility to make ourselves happy. So whenever you're feeling bad this week or in the impending weeks, just remember how amazing you are. Remember that you have the key to the door of your own heart. And you need to allow the love, the self-love, and the compassion to shine through and to encompass your whole mind, body, and spirit, and to feel the true essence of who you are, what you are, and feel the essence of love, the love that you so richly deserve. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Bev. And we're going to get to some of the amazing comments and feedback. You were asking some really soul-searching questions, and it feels a really fitting time to do it. You know, this weekend, the timing of everything, the kind of the divine timing of how all of these things are kind of happening, it seems the perfect time to ask those questions. So thank you so much. And we do forget to give ourselves healing, don't we? We
Absolutely.
really forget that. So thank you for that reminder.
It's really quite nice to give yourself that hug. And thank you, June. Thank you. And Mary, I'm just looking at Mary saying, I don't tend to watch or read the news. Oh, you just, yeah. And I just wanted to say that I try not to watch it. In fact, my son works in the news, so I have to be careful what I say. But I feel very anxious. There are times when I just need to turn it off, because at the end of the day, we've got a certain amount of knowledge that we can download. You have to feel also what's right and what resonates in your heart and what you know and feel to be true. And, you know, the other thing as well that I want to say to everyone, which I didn't say, just thinking about it, is that what upsets me at the moment is the diversity that's going around at the moment, that everybody has a different opinion, and it's so dividing. So please try not to take part in it, because it could be quite painful, especially when your closest friends and family may hold a different opinion to you. It's best not to try and engage in it. You know your truth, they know their truth. And you know, try not to get in those debates. I know I try my best.
And it's about having some practices which strengthen you as well, isn't it? And I love, because I'm an absolute fan of gratitude, that attitude of gratitude as well. It's so strengthening. It kind of really does galvanize you and push you forward, just to remember how far you've come, and that gratitude for all of the things that you have and all of the people that you have in your life, like you say, and the ability to be able to access the internet and social media and all the other ways we've got of staying in touch. We have that ability.
And also we're very lucky with resources as well. I mean, there's so many great shows that you've done here, Ashley, for people to look back on. And also, you know, on the internet, you know, there's some good things, you know, on YouTube. I always try and encourage people to go to daily affirmations and things like that, which are so easy, you know, and there's some great, wonderful inspirers out there to get you in that right frame of mind. So yeah, I'm reading all the lovely comments. With some lovely quotes. Thank you, Jennifer. Saying very inspiring. Love your mindset. It's taken me a long time to get here. It really has. But every time I feel something negative, I try and turn it around and look around in that gratitude. You know, thank God we're all healthy and well. You know, our families are healthy and well at the moment, and we're just doing our best.
Absolutely. And it's framing the challenges that we've been through as well, isn't it? Which is really important. And to practice that compassion that we instinctively give to other people. We're very kind, forgiving people, but we can be absolutely annihilating to ourselves. So brutal that we would never accept anyone talking that way about anyone else, but somehow it's okay for us to talk in that tone of voice to ourselves. So what you said was so important about kindness starting from within.
And you know, if we all look at our journeys, we should pat ourselves on the back. You know, I think that as children, especially in the UK, I know that in the United States, you know, that they're so much more confident in themselves. So you know, and I love that mentality. But I don't know. I find that in the especially in the UK, we're quite hard on ourselves. You know, we're much more. You know, we seem to have a lot more baggage that we carry. We don't appreciate ourselves, you know. And if you appreciate yourself, you're considered to be egotistical. But it's okay to have, to everyone here, it's okay to have a little bit of good ego, because if you don't feel good about yourself, no one else is going to. You know, be careful what you project out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you'll hold yourself back from ever doing anything, from ever being brave and courageous if you don't absolutely believe in yourself, trust in yourself. And it's interesting, isn't it? You must hear this all the time when you're dealing with your and working with your spiritual students, and they say, "Oh, I trust the spirit world complicitly. I just don't trust myself." And you just think, that's the starting point. Exactly. You've got to be able to do
because
that.
You know, they'll give you those inspiring thoughts, and many times we don't listen, and it's that gut feeling, that intuition, which is inspiration from spirit, inspiration, and we don't always listen. It's about learning, you know, to trust that we're all going to be okay. And the biggest thing is to believe it. You know, we've got through so much so far, and it's about supporting and helping others who may not have the tools to do that. So it would be wonderful if people wanted to share tonight's service, just because those words, which I feel came from spirit, can help other people to shine their light in the darkness. And so we have that domino effect where we're helping others, we're reaching others, we're spreading the light. Instead of spreading the darkness with news all the time, let's spread the light, and let's not let anything segregate us, even though we may all have different opinions. You know, just let's all come together and help each other.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh, absolutely. That sounds like a perfect place to start, doesn't it? Let's start that. And that's, you know, I really do like those kind of, those thoughts, just sending that wave of light out around us, starting with ourselves, you know, building ourselves up, building up our own light, our own connection to our loved ones. And I'm really going to enjoy doing that exercise of talking to my guides and actually having that conversation to say, talk to me about our relationship. You know, spirit guides and helpers, talk to me about what that's all about and why you picked me and how we can work together. And isn't that exciting?
Yeah, I encourage that in my circles, in my meditations as well, in my sitting in the powers, where, you know, meeting guys, why have you chosen me? How can I be a better channel, a clearer channel? How can I help and inspire others? And from one, you're helping the other, because we have to lift each other up. You know, there's no point in treading over people on the way. We have to literally, you know, Spirit World are just showing me that now, where people are sort of like, you know, like climbing over people, like in a rush to get out of a disaster situation. But no, we've got to put that hand out and help each other get through it. And everyone's going to have their highs and lows. But if we share that time together, you know, then we can make it a brighter world.
Beautiful.
And I do love that song. I just got to say, I do love that song before we finish. And I always encourage people to listen to it as well. You might want to put it on everyone afterwards, which is Rihanna, Diamonds in the Sky, because that's what we all are. We are diamonds in the sky. And let's all be those diamonds for everybody else. Those diamonds are shining light. So bring the light back into a much needed world.
Oh my goodness. What a thought. What a thought. My goodness. Thank you so much for your service and your amazing words. So
where are you going? It's been a wonderful service. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm not sure where Ashley's gone, or is it me that's gone? I don't know. What's going on here?
sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. My internet just died. I do apologise.
Your internet. I saw you like looking down. Are we still live? I thought, is it me or what?
I'm so sorry. Would you like to carry on with your closing prayer? I do apologise. I do apologise.
These things are meant to try us. So no, it's fine. Okay. So with those thoughts in mind, I would ask you all to join me with the closing prayer. Just close your eyes. And once again, just relaxing and taking yourself to that beautiful divine breath, which is yours. And that loving light, the light for which you are known, in the center of your tummy. And that light that we're now going to be spreading to the world as healing for ourselves and all those around us and further beyond. Dear Spirit, Mother, Father, God, thank you for bringing us together in this beautiful Sunday service. Thank you for allowing me to be the channel for the spirit world this evening and to bring words of comfort and joy and truth and knowledge and compassion to all those who may be in need right now, and to help shed some light on the world, which is so much needed. We ask that you help us to look at ourselves and how we can each bring more light into the world and to spread it out and to bring healing and comfort to ourselves our friends, our family, to all those who know us and to all those who ask us, to the animal kingdom, and to all those who are unable to ask for themselves. We ask that you put that loving cloak of protection around each and every one of us here, and continue to place a blessing upon us all here this evening. And to spread that love and healing light. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for a really, really glorious service with so many really practical things that we can carry with us through the week and beyond as we go forward. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody who's joined us as well this evening. As I said, we've had to put a hold on our plans to physically open our church, which was definitely on the cards for us in the next couple of weeks. And for everyone here who's part of a spiritual community where you live, I'm aware of many, many spiritualist churches and centres having to close their doors. And it really is a sadness. So we're all standing together and supporting each other in this online world that we're in. So if you need anything, please do make sure you reach out. Completely to echo Bev's words, we all are here for each other. So with that thought, friends, we're going to say cheerio to you all. Have a safe week. Look after yourselves, whatever you're up to. Look out for each other, and we will see you next Sunday. Our medium next Sunday is the lovely Wendy Lyon, all the way up from Bonnie, Scotland, who's going to be taking our remembrance service. So we will see you next Sunday. Thank you so much, Bev.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for doing an awesome job, Ashley, what you do, bringing the community together. Without you, none of this would be possible. So I think, I know, but I just got to say thank you, because you do a fantastic job, and I think everyone needs to be recognised. She's fantastic. So, and thank you all so much for having me. I've really enjoyed my time here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We will see you next Sunday. Take care all. Spread the light. See you later. Bye. Bye.